I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Shaved your head, or you're not wearing a hat? You want my hat?
I forgot my hat.
I'm balder than you, but you seem balder right now.
You must alive.
Oh, good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Just having interesting conversations in the, what are they called? When you're off in the backstage. Speaking of the backstage podcast, George Andrizos here on a Friday for the first time in 2023. Only the second podcast. I wouldn't get used to it. I don't think this will become a thing where George shows up on Fridays.
It won't fit.
I like that you're not in uniform today because you're not working. Yeah. No hat, tight shirt. That's a tight shirt.
That is
Bravo.
a tight shirt, bro.
It is fucking sexy.
Can you stand up for people?
No, I can't.
Hold on.
Do you remember Trailer
Come to
Park
the middle
Boys?
camera. Come to the middle camera, George.
It just came out of the dryer. that's why.
No, come to the middle camera.
Maybe
we
you
need
should
to
go in
show
the
how sexy you are. We need to show what kind of a. No,
Look at
no,
those
no.
meazazzles, bro.
No, hold on. Stand. Oh, stand in
What
the
are you,
middle.
why are you fat shaming him?
Stand in the middle.
This
What
is
else?
odd.
Turn around.
This is a
Slowly.
professional place.
Wow, very sexy.
Everybody,
very sexy.
put that in your spank
Very
bank.
sexy.
George Andrizos, host of the Backstage podcast, and just us dads on hiatus while the dads do dad-like things, but a lot of other projects in the works, right? No?
One.
Which one?
There's just one I'm doing with my daughter.
Oh, right. Emma's World.
Emma's World. Emma's World.
Actually, you should do like Colombian cumbia instead. Yeah. All right. That's enough.
Okay,
of
that was
That was
terrible.
fucking weird, yeah. We're doing a new thing today where Poseidon doesn't speak the whole podcast.
Let's
Poseidon,
see.
the Poseidon69, you can check him out
Hola!
at IamPoseidon.com. He's got a site of the web. It's a place on the internet dedicated specifically to his form of disability. My name is Phil Balabanos. You can check me out at balabanos.com. That's right. If your name was as cool as mine, you'd put it on a hat also.
Damn
I
straight.
make videos, and you can have some videos. Or if you don't need them, you just come say what's up. That's cool too. I got merch at the store on the website. Merch at the store on the website, yeah. I got too much caffeine today. I'm all over the place. I feel like I
Yeah.
took fucking speed, bro.
The
Too many
last time you
coffees.
didn't even drink it, you left it.
That wasn't mine.
That was yours.
I asked the group who wanted coffee.
Yeah.
Everyone answered. I asked Pantelis. No one told me he wasn't coming, so I
he
brought
brought
him
one.
a frapper to his liking.
Oh, that was for him. I would have drank it.
I told you this, Pantelis. Is he coming? You're like, yeah, bro, floppy. And I was like, what are you talking about? Guys, welcome to the morning show. It's Friday. There's a lot of stuff that has happened this week, none of which is interesting.
Oh, shit.
It's been a weird week, but today, I have to bring this up before we continue. Today is the 1 year anniversary of the insurrection. Or
What
is it 2 years?
insurrection?
Is it 2 years?
Oh, what are you talking about?
January 6th.
Yeah, it's
1 year. It's 1 year. 1 year since a bunch of cosplayers descended upon the capital of the United States of America.
No, it's 2 years.
Is it 2 years?
It's 2 years.
It's
yeah,
2
we're
years.
20. No.
No,
When was
the
it?
election
3
was
years.
in.
Hold
no,
on.
it was 2022.
No.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
It was 2022. JoJo hasn't been
No,
around that long.
no. Hold on. 2
years. I trust Carolyn. She's
Trump
right.
became president in 2016.
Yeah.
He's right. It's 2 years. It's 2 years.
Oh yeah.
I just lost track.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the 2 year.
So he got
Happy
like
birthday
2020,
insurrection, like Kim
2021
says.
was the okay.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing new has come out of the story since then. I mean, we've heard a lot of crazy shit.
By the way,
the one thing that did happen on January 5th, though, is Trump was nominated to be the Speaker of the House. Did you see
You
this?
saw that? Yeah.
I was like, what?
What
Is that
do
even
you-
a thing you can do?
Yeah, you can just they call out who they vote for. And
Wait, George, what are you doing? Patreon.com/Pantelis if you want to join and
yes.
support this massive movement of news and information. Misinformation? I prefer misinformation.
Oh.
But Also, panteliscomedy.com. He's like, wow, Phil's got jokes today. I see him. Panteliscomedy.com. You can get tickets, dates for shows. I mean, not like a date with Poseidon. That'd be weird.
And dildos.
Oh, you guys got the sponsor?
Yeah.
That's cool.
No. I mean, he has his own dildos that he sells.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, he became a dildo salesman.
Is this a callback to a joke from another show? Or is this
This is a
something that
callback
just popped
to
into your head?
This is a callback to an inside joke of us when I used to sell cars.
So it's a joke that only you get, and you decided to share with everyone on the show. That's nice. That's good. That's good.
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of Patreon, yesterday, go
Comfort
check out
zone?
Jan's Daily Buffer podcast. It's on his Patreon.
Jan Terio?
Jan Terio. We did a 2-hour podcast yesterday in French, and it was very fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was his podcast
his podcast
with you and
with just me.
oh, just you,
Just me.
So Pantelis isn't on that. If you guys want,
Yeah, so
see what
you-
he did there. We're plugging the Pantelis Comedy Network, and he's like, on that topic, let me tell you something that I
did.
without him did that doesn't affect him in any way. Only benefits
course it
me.
affects him.
It's so
Hold on.
good. Go watch it. Buffer.
Hold
that
on.
on- is
Whatever
that on
benefits
YouTube
him
or-
benefits me, and whatever benefits me benefits him.
No, whatever benefits him definitely benefits you. Whatever benefits you
That's not true.
benefits you mostly.
That rhymed.
Sure. What were you saying before?
I have no
yeah.
fucking
So
idea.
yeah,
I just realized we forgot to do that part of the plug.
January 6th.
Maybe we should stop.
You
the
guys
plugs.
wanted to talk about
People know.
Andrew Tate.
Well, we'll get to that. That was
Yeah,
off air. We were talking about
we'll
Andrew
get to
Tate.
You know what I feel that we should start with?
You're the news guy. I'm just here.
So we came here on Wednesday, and the first thing that I thought was convenient was to say how beautiful the weather
No,
was.
don't do this again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
And then you freaked out, and that same night, all hell broke loose.
I like to believe, because I'm not religious at all, right? I like to believe that I'm not superstitious, but I'm super fucking superstitious.
Yeah.
I've realized this as I get older.
Oh,
like
God.
the second something too good is going on, anyone says it out loud, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's like you're
guess-
laughing in the face of fate. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna laugh at you. Look how good everything is.
Look, I'll be honest with you. The fact that we went that long without any significant, even now, I mean, we can't complain.
Oh, no,
It's,
look at him. Look, he learns no lessons.
Yeah, even now. So I'm happy.
Piss in Karma's face. Go ahead, do
That's
it.
it.
Do it.
No, no,
We're gonna
no,
get
there's
a
nothing.
fucking ice tornado.
No, but it's fine. Like at this
Oh, it's
time,
fine?
at this time of year, I'm okay with it. You know, like if it lasts like about a month and a half.
Oh, you have the indoor parking, eh? You
Yeah,
have
I do.
that garage. You're okay
Yeah,
with it. I
I
mean, I
do.
was chiseling my fucking car like a
yeah.
dirty prole. I miss living in TMR with the underground parking.
Yeah.
So shitty. It wasn't so bad actually. The ice that fell. It was annoying, but it wasn't terrible.
It was a bit scary, but then the next morning,
Was
I
it scary?
It was not scary.
Were you
at all.
frightened, George? You were frightened?
No, it was scary. Yeah, dude, it was fucking raining. It was windy. I was in my house, and
That
I
was
was
okay.
like, "What the hell's going on out there?" And
No, it wasn't- it
I was
didn't feel
expecting
scary.
it worse the day after. And then in the morning, it was fine.
I looked
It wasn't
outside. I
that
saw that it was raining a little bit. I'm like, uh-oh. Then I realized it switched to hail. I'm like, okay, we're good. It's
Yeah.
gonna suck on the ground, but when it's hail, it doesn't stick to the trees. So there's no like down lines.
Yeah.
There's no power
Yeah.
outages. That's fine.
Yeah.
A little ice on the ground. They put some salt. My dad has. I don't know where he got this like blue rock salt. He's like, put this in the front. I'm like, shouldn't we shovel? He's like, just put it down. I'm like, okay. So I went outside. I fucking salted. I
I've
go
had that
upstairs.
before. It's the best.
Fucking melted everything.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what is this magic chemistry?
Yeah, is that the one that comes in the blue plastic?
Yeah,
bottle?
yeah. It's like melting ice. That's what,
Yeah.
melting salt.
whatever it's called. Yeah. I've used that.
That's
It's cool.
for sure poisoning all the fish. Like, I'm just sure.
My semen is melting salt.
Jesus Christ! I thought we had an agreement.
I thought you were going to talk today.
Oh God! Yeah, last episode was something.
Let's not go. I don't want to go back
Jesus.
there. I pulled an abdominal muscle or something. It's ridiculous. I mean, finally, it's been what, 3 years or whatever it's been. We've been doing the show. This is your third joke, like good one. There was the N people. There was that time you also said racist shit by accident. That was amazing.
The N people's the best.
The N people is still up. This is better than the N people
Yeah,
though.
yeah. There was that time where we're making fun of him. Remember where he goes, there's this selling technique where you imitate the person.
Mirroring, yeah.
Mirroring, whatever.
That wasn't you. That wasn't really a you joke. That was a him joke.
No, and then he's
That wasn't
like,
a joke.
So like a black guy comes in, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, wait a sec," and he fucking paints himself in blackface.
Four jokes.
What?
I remember that.
What?
It's that we've clipped it. It's on Instagram where he's like, "Oh, what did you say?" I don't remember.
Because he was talking about, yeah, man, there's this thing. It's called mirroring. I learned it in sales. And I'm like, yeah, you're selling a car. And it's like a black dude comes. And you're like, all right, guys, I got this.
Oh, that's funny.
People shoot all this
Yeah, that's the one where I was like,
Oh, that's
fuck,
funny.
what did I say?
That's actually really
Let's
funny.
get you up in this whip. Yeah.
That's actually really funny.
That was a good one. Yeah, classic moments on the morning show. Speaking of classic moments of the morning show,
Yeah.
the only trusted news source on the internet. What kind of news we got? What are we talking about today? What do you got on the list?
like little stories. Nothing major is happening. Let me just go down the list here quick.
So should we talk about Tate then while you
Okay,
search?
well, let's go in the U.S. So just to go back to what you
You know,
opened with.
I don't appreciate how he lives in the mountains of Romania and he didn't call himself Count Tate.
In America?
So the crisis is still ongoing in the U.S.
He's like one fucking giant intrusive thought. That's what he is an intrusive thought.
they still haven't managed to elect a speaker of the House of Representatives.
Yeah, saw that.
They're going. It's been a week now. 11 rounds. There's about 20 Republicans that just don't want to support McCarthy, and they're just countercurrent. It goes back to what you're saying. Some guy got up and
Nominated
proposed Trump as Speaker of the House. Just nonsense.
I mean, it's a massively important role, right? In the United States' democracy.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives is the third most powerful person. I mean, you have the President,
Yeah.
Vice President, and the Speaker of the House of
I
Representatives.
remember my Saturday morning political cartoons. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Remember that? I'm just a bill. I'm Capitol Hill. You're too old, eh? You don't. Yeah, it's okay. It would explain how like the legislative structure of the United States works.
Yeah.
It was all in song.
Okay,
Anyways.
cool.
You don't remember that, really? Oh,
Anyway, so
like conjunction junction. You don't remember conjunction junction?
no, that rings a fucking guy.
He's calling back to his own jokes. Okay. Yeah, but it's a very important role to fill. It's a massive fucking bra to fill. Step into those giant positions.
What is he? What the
What
hell are you
the
talking
fuck
about?
did you just say? And then I'm the one that shouldn't speak.
The chat got the joke.
Yeah, okay, bro.
I
The
didn't
chat
get it.
got the joke.
Bro, I don't think you even got the joke.
Some people say it's huge shoes to fill. It's a huge bra to fill. Now he got it. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Fuck,
sure.
what a start. Okay, so there's an ongoing crisis over there. Not sure how this is going to
Oh, it's
end.
an ongoing crisis, but yeah.
Kevin McCarthy, the elected representative that is seeking that position, is trying to negotiate with everyone. Everyone is kind of trying to meet in the middle. But that small group of about 20 Republicans just doesn't want to budge. I'm not so sure what the end game is for them. I mean, I don't understand.
Maybe they just don't have anyone who wants the job. Maybe it's that simple.
But
There's
at the
no
end of the
bigger-
day, if you want to get anything done, you need a speaker. So they're pretty much hijacking the House of Representatives right now. They're like, fuck it, we're
Okay, so they're just trashing Biden's reign.
yeah, but
His tenure.
But I think the Republicans have the majority in the House of Representatives.
Yes, but the Democrats have the White House. So
They have the Senate.
And the Senate. I mean, and the White House.
It doesn't matter.
They're just stirring up shit
But it doesn't
now.
really work that way.
No?
No, they have their own jurisdiction, and they can. That's the wonderful thing about the politics in the U.S. Even if you have a Democrat president, it doesn't mean that automatically you're going to get everything done in the House and in the Senate.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
they kind
what
of
I'm
work
saying.
independently.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So they're like, oh, he's president. Let's just fucking stir shit up and make a mess here so he can't do anything. Nothing
okay,
gets done.
but you have the majority, so elect someone that you want and control the House of Representatives. Don't fucking bamboozle
Maybe there's
the whole
nothing they
thing.
really want to pass right now.
there's a
Or
few-
maybe it's just a bunch of adult children being fucking assholes.
I think it's just that. I think
it's just
there's,
that.
Anyway, so that's what's happening. Keeping a close eye on that to see exactly how that unfolds. It is kind of embarrassing.
I mean, I'm not
But again,
embarrassed.
like we said last on Wednesday, it's not the first time. I think in the 1800s, it went for like 2 months without a speaker. Anyway, so
there
that's what
wasn't much to do back then.
yeah, not much.
There's less states.
Yeah. In other news, the son of El Chapo, that famous Mexican
Chapito.
they're calling that his kids. They call them Chapitos.
I was guessing, but that
I
makes
swear to
perfect
God, he has
sense.
a bunch of kids. They're called they call them Chapitos. So he was
Chapitos.
caught in Mexico. He was arrested. He is apparently in charge of the Pacific Cartel. It's called.
El Cartel Pacífico.
No.
Plot twist, they're not
Los
pacifists.
Menores. Los Menores.
Los Menores.
Yeah,
okay.
this is linked to the Pacific Cartel. This is the one that is pretty much responsible for all imports of fentanyl into the U.S.
Oh. Okay, so a smaller operation.
Yeah.
Okay, making his father proud. Good.
So he was
Hold
caught.
on.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
If that's true, that's hilarious. Jorge goes, we have a shortage of doctors and we just suspended 2 in BC for having sex with patients. I gotta search this up.
I mean, you could have searched it up, not stopped the flow of the show, and then brought it in later.
You know, anything sexual, I have to intervene.
Yeah. I wish someone would have intervened when your mother was being sexual. Sometimes, guys.
Wish I could go back in time.
Everyone talks about killing baby Hitler.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Anyway, so that's what's happening.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
there was
what's
a
up?
warrant for this guy's arrest from the U.S.
I should fucking hope so.
So
All
the U.S.
fucking fentanyl.
But the Mexican authorities say that has nothing to do with that. It was part of our operation, so they're not really talking about extraditing him to the U.S. They're gonna.
So they're hunting him for something else he did?
Well,
Or for the
he,
same
he
thing,
was
but
accused
like-
of a couple murders. So
Oh.
they're saying it's related to that.
Oh, this is that weird dude.
No,
Chapito.
he's a
El
good-looking
Chapito.
boy. He's in his 30s, man. A
Oh,
fucking
you're
young
still
kid.
talking about the cartels. Yeah,
We
but-
were talking about the cartels and you just interrupted us.
32 years old. What the fuck, bro?
What do you mean? He's a fucking entrepreneur.
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 How do you say that?
He's a fucking entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
What do you want me to? How do you say it?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
We're saying the same fucking thing.
No, you're saying entrepreneur. I'm saying entrepreneur.
I'm gonna hit him.
Throw something at him. Oh, we didn't bring the fucking balls.
I wanted
That
to buy a
was
Nerf gun yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. My wife's like, "What are you gonna do with a Nerf gun?" I was like, "I was gonna put like nails in the front of each bullet."
Oh, just buy a nail gun.
I would
Also
actually
good.
harm you. If you
Go
did
get the
that.
staple gun,
It
Why?
won't reach.
so I can just throw staples at you.
Okay, sure.
It won't
No,
reach.
no,
It
don't
won't
bring
reach,
the
bro,
fucking
though.
staple gun.
It won't
Oh,
reach.
because I was gonna throw staples at you.
Oh
when I
yeah,
brought it.
let's see what happens when I change all the fucking door codes and you can't come in.
What happened with Andrew Tate? You wanna
So
give
this
us
is
a
what
little thing?
this is the let's timeline it.
Sure.
3 weeks ago, about late
Wait,
2020.
You know what I
Sorry,
love?
before you
You know
start.
what I love about you and Pantelis is that every time like you guys resort to really low blows,
Such as
such as I'm waiting until I change the codes, like these weird
that's
threats.
not a low blow.
Well, it's like these weird threats. I
I
find
mean, this
find
is
it
your main
interesting.
source of income. You don't work for me. If I lock you out and don't let you back in, you can't make a living. That's not a low blow. You're on the street
And it's
sucking
not my
dicks for
only,
cash.
no, it's not my only source of income.
best
first
prank-
of
The
all.
best prank that you can do is
Do you have
just-
another job?
But I just find it interesting.
The best
Like,
prank you can do.
like-
the best prank you can
yeah,
do.
let's just stop listening to him. Go on.
is change like all the logos you have on the door, whatever. Just put something else.
He would never notice. He would never notice. He would never notice. He'd walk right in.
No, you can, bro.
They're muted, they don't know.
Moved and switched spaces with someone else. He'd come in and they'd have like a room there for something else. He'd start setting up and be like, wait, something's different. Something's fucking different. Have you seen him in the morning? He's basically not even a person. He's just like wandering. He's not a morning person.
I'm
This
barely a
morning,
person.
I was in the bathroom. He calls me. I had a missed call. Poseidon. What the fuck? He's awake. I was actually
At 8:20.
Yeah, I was happily
Why'd you wake up so early?
What? Sorry.
Why'd you wait? You're not paying attention to us talking about you.
Yeah,
how come you were up
no
so
one
early?
was paying attention. I had to bring my girlfriend to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At least that's his other source of income.
That's a
No, it's not.
she pays you. Be my driver. Okay, yeah. So what's the whole thing about Andrew
So
Tate
Andrew
now?
Tate, well-known internet dude. I mean, I don't even know
What
what,
does
to
he
call
do?
him.
What-
he was a
like-
UFC fighter, I believe, right, Poseidon? I'm sure you know more about
what? Sorry.
Andrew. What are you giggling about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Andrew Tate. What is it? Was he a mixed martial artist? What was? How did
He was a kickboxer.
Okay.
He was a kickboxer, and he won some championships.
Okay.
And then
So he was
didn't-
a remotely
But the thing
successful-
is, well, in kickboxing, there's not a lot of money to make because the business isn't that big.
It's not UFC, it's
It's like the
kickboxing.
WNBA, basically. It has to go with a business, right?
It's harsh, the WNBA.
And basically, no, I'm just comparing kickboxing to the WNBA so people can understand.
I'm just saying it's a harsh comparison.
No, it's not.
Go on.
I'm not comparing the actual sport. I'm comparing the business.
I understood.
Okay. So he didn't make enough money, and apparently, so what he did is he started before OnlyFans was the thing. He started like a webcam webcam model website. So he would hire these chicks, and he would
And
have
they would
them work
like
for him.
sex people.
And they would, they would do what OnlyFans does, just through his website, and that's it. And he made all of his money from
Is that where his money originates from?
Yep.
Are you sure about this?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I looked into it. He even said they bought casinos and stuff in Romania. I don't know how true that is.
I only became aware of him about a year and a half ago
Me, not even. I think it
because
was a
someone
couple
told
months
me
ago.
I look like sad Andrew Tate, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" I think it was Pantelis actually who called me out like on a show. He made fun of me, so I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" So I looked into him. This was like 18 months ago, and I was like, "Okay." So, and we've spoken about him many times on the show. Like he's come up. Don't know if it's a character he plays or if he's actually like
Well,
that.
he's
in real
very
life.
satirical.
It's hard to tell where the line
It
is
is
with him,
hard
so
to
I'm
tell.
I
not
heard
sure.
about this guy a couple months ago when this whole thing came out about him degrading women or
So
something.
yeah, the
something
internet
happened on-
decided he was a misogynist. Now, some of the stuff he says, I mean, I can understand how you can perceive it as misogyny. Again, though, don't know if it's a character or not. Not sure.
Yeah.
All these women who come out in support of him, he's always like, oh, only hot chicks like me. He says stuff like that because of my Bugatti. So hard to understand what he is. But
Yeah.
if he's as rich, if you take him at face value and he was doing as well as he says he was, mind you, what he just said throws a wrench in what I was going to say. I'm not sure.
Oh, bombshell by Blankers.
Blankers?
Tate's dad, Emery Tate, was a CIA agent.
His dad?
Yo, is this for real?
A black CIA agent, huh?
Yeah, they
Is
exist.
this true?
Anyways,
There's no way.
So
I don't know, but my point is,
and then
so this
last
guy's
week or 2
he's
weeks
like
ago,
half American, half British.
whatever he is, yeah.
Lives in Romania because it's a tax shelter, so he chills out there. And all of a sudden, he gets into the weirdest fucking fight for unprovoked with Greta Thunberg,
yeah.
who, I mean, even if you like Andrew Tate, you're like, why are you picking on the autistic girl? Like, leave her alone. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? And they get into this weird thing, and she kind of burns him, and you're like, whatever, who cares?
I saw
didn't-
that tweet. It was funny, though.
It was funny. I mean, it wasn't that funny. It was like my mom burning someone. Like, email me at, I don't give a shit that you're not cool. Small dick energy. Yeah. I mean, whatever. It was fine. It was a fine burn. It was an unnecessary burn because he unnecessarily went after her. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he comes out with this massive, like, in a fucking robe, smoking a cigar, fuck you, Greta Thunberg video, like a rebuttal. Not a
Yeah.
fuck you, but whatever. And apparently from that
But
video...
this all happened within 24 hours.
48.
Or- yeah, okay.
And then from that video, apparently whatever agency was looking into him for crimes and of alleged rape and human trafficking, which, what the fuck, they saw the pizza box in his video, and that's how they were able to figure out where he was, that he was in country in Romania, and arrest him. Now, he posts videos all the time, like literally all the time, from home, from everywhere. So I find it odd that they needed that specific video to capture that. I mean,
But it's not difficult to find out where he is.
no, it's super easy to figure
Yeah.
out where he is. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, you know the expression in Greek, the fish smells from the head?
Yeah.
Like something just feels weird about the entire situation.
And then he gets arrested on these
But
allegations.
I did not know that he used to run a campsite. That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because as far as I knew, he was
So it was an internet
He was
thing.
an athlete who became like a macho guru for beta cups.
Yeah, I just thought he
to
was like
feel
an online
alphas.
influencer, like all these.
He is.
Yeah, but that's.
But I thought his money came
yeah.
from other areas. I didn't know that there was that in there. Mind you, Romania makes a lot more sense now. Yeah.
I like his
So
brother
is
more.
he still is he still in jail? Is he still in prison?
So the day after he was arrested, for a bunch of tweets were showing him out of jail, but they were old from another time he got arrested, and it was a misunderstanding. So now I'm having a hard time separating truth from fiction here. I don't know if there's been actually charges laid, because like Justin Long, he's a Vice reporter that I hate follow. Like I follow him to see what's the average idiot saying right now, and I follow him.
We're gonna get to that in a second, but before Jorge Rosales dropped $2 dues in the chat.
Yeah.
Congratulations to newlyweds Olga and Rosalie. Yes, congratulations.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going
Congrats.
to play a little
Mazel tov.
Yes, a little something for them over here. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor, señor.
Thank you, Jorge, for
Thank you, Jorge.
creating
for
a situation where he could slow the pace of this show down. I appreciate it. What is he doing?
The year 2023, the beginning of
This is the last fucking morning show. I'm done.
January.
Fucking done.
Although Rosalie and Olga had met years ago in the chat of Pantelis
What is he
comedy.
saying? Hold on, sorry. Because Blankers is saying there's photos of Andrew Tate and Michaela Peterson together.
Okay.
You
Who
interrupted
cares?
something magical, but
They're
it's okay.
saying that she cheated on her fiance with Tate. Who cares? I mean, if there's two people I care less about, it's those two.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? This bitch only ate steak. Like, that's it.
Good for her.
He's too lean. He can't be steak.
So we don't know if he's still in jail or if he's been released. But regardless, the thing here is that the allegations are fucking messed
It's
up.
not like a drug, like he sold
Yeah.
some drugs or he raped one girl, like allegedly. We're talking about like serial rapist, human trafficking, kidnapping.
Yeah.
Like these are fucking serious. But I have a hard time believing that this massive task force was mobilized to arrest this one human trafficker when we still don't have the Epstein logs. Like
Yeah,
you understand
yeah.
that I'm not trying to do a what if straw man type of thing. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like clearly we care about human trafficking. We're not happy about it. So why this, not that? I've always had a hard time.
Well,
and then
because-
he comes
let
out
me
and
explain
says
to
a
you-
couple weeks ago that they're gonna come at me soon because I've already been canceled once, and now the Matrix is mad at me. Which I hate that he coined the term Matrix for the elites or whatever you want to call it. I just hate that term.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, the machine.
Okay.
The machine. I always like the machine as a term because the machine is vague. But it just, everything is suspicious about this. I don't doubt for a second that maybe he's such a son of a bitch that he's doing all these things. It's possible. I don't know, right? I'm not a spook. I'm not looking into him behind closed doors. But it just feels
Well, even if you look at the police vans, there were no lights on them. They weren't police vans. One of the doors, these are supposed to be elite. They weren't carrying guns. These are supposed to be like a
when you
SWAT
roll
task
up,
force.
when you roll up with a warrant and you don't want them to know you're coming, you don't turn on the lights. You go dark. Couple
No, but
blocks
the
out.
vans themselves didn't have lights. Apparently, like they didn't have the installation. Like they weren't police vans. They were just regular white vans.
But you're getting this information from photos that were shared online and people saying this, right?
Go look at the video.
I've seen the video. There was fucking police lights everywhere.
Where?
When they brought him out, there was lights going off.
Really?
He's in the hood, right? He's wearing that hood, and his brother's wearing a suit for no reason again. Kids, honestly, they look like before and afters of each other.
I've never seen. I don't
That's
know. His brother
so
look
true.
Yeah, like,
that's
fucking-
so true. Oh my god. Yeah. Like,
Are they twins?
no. The one's younger, but
They really look like fucking twins.
yeah.
I also saw a rap video he made a few years ago, and I laughed so hard I nearly burst something. I don't think it was supposed to be funny though.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but the rap video he made was garbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, it was so cringe. I watched it. I was like,
For a few seconds of watching it, I'm like, this is a deep fake. Someone's making fun of him. Then I realized it's not. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, this is bad.
it was-
I'm in my Bugatti. My bitch be rolling.
it was so cringy. I almost
It's
died.
so cringy.
Almost
but
died.
again, that's why no one's that cringe. No one's that arrogant in this world. It must be satire. It must. I mean, I hope for his sake it's satire. Honestly,
Is he smart enough to do that? Like to get to create that persona
that's
and
the
to go
thing.
along
I
with
don't
it?
know because I've never seen or encountered any video of him prior to this persona.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Was he a good fighter?
He won.
You said that he won.
championships.
But he was
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
So it wasn't MMA. It was just kickboxing kind of thing. It was like a
Yeah.
whole other league.
Well, kickboxing is fucking difficult as fuck, bro.
What pisses me off the most about the whole story is not what's happening now. I mean, it irritates me. What pisses me off is everyone who wants to be like, okay, think about it. He's selling alpha maledom. That's what he sells. You can be an alpha like me.
Yeah.
But if you want to be an alpha male, and I'm not saying that the alpha, beta, omega, sigma, all these categories are even real. If you want to be an alpha male, the first fucking thing you do is you don't follow someone else. You don't pay someone to teach you how to not listen to people.
Yeah.
How to not follow other people. So the idea that you have all these men who want to be alpha males who are fucking deifying him, it's completely anathema to what they want to do, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like you bunch of bitches.
Well, Phil, no one was born a boss. You start as the worker and you become the boss.
What is that?
What?
Is that something he says?
No, that's what I say.
Okay.
You
How do you
don't-
become the? Oh, that's what you say. How do you become the boss?
Well, you become a boss. You find another boss.
You didn't at all understand what I was. Okay.
Speaking
You
of,
missed my point, right?
yeah.
What?
You completely missed my point.
Go ahead. repeat.
People are
about the alpha
paying
male.
him for one-on-one coaching sessions
Yeah.
to.
That is a little weird.
Come on, man,
I'm gonna
like-
admit. Look, let's be honest. That's fucking weird. If you're paying a stranger on the internet, because at the end of the day,
Look,
even though
this online
we know who
coaching
he
thing
is,
is a massive business.
it's a massive business.
He could have converted
I will
to
explain
do
to you-
something successful.
I will
with that.
explain to you-
He's already, that's what he does.
I will explain to you why I
does
will
do
never
that.
pay for a life
Yeah,
coach
but
or
sorry,
when
sorry,
I.
but-
Hold on, there's
sorry,
a
but
great
what-
joke
but
being
what
set
you're
up. Let him
saying-
keep going.
No,
Let him
no,
keep going.
there's
But
not
what
a
you're
big
saying-
joke. It's just adding to the argument.
Wait, what did you just say?
Adam has a life coach.
Restart your sentence. Let me tell you why I'll never pay. Go on.
Yeah, because Adam has a life coach, and it's not working for him.
Who's his life coach? Don't say Guido.
No. Some random dude that's scamming him for money. And I
Life
keep telling him-
coaches are a scam.
100%. I
They're a
know
scam.
this. I know this.
Every industry, every niche has these coaches. I mean, even my industry, I see them. They reach out to me all the time, and they're like, "Bro, I can teach you how to do." I'm like, "I'm already doing that. Fuck off."
The truth is, all you need to find something that you're passionate about and just work and enjoy life and have fun.
So he's on another topic. It's not a wrong topic, but it's not what we're talking about.
I understand.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But he missed my point. But he'll never pay for a life coach, is what he's saying. That was the thesis of that, I think. George, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. So what you're saying is that it's so it's such an opposite to have someone like that coach you when he's not living up to the example.
Apparently he was up until now.
Yeah.
Like it seems like he was. And even this kind of fits the MO of what he preaches. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. It's entrepreneurial. He's the guy in charge. You know, there's that whole thing that if a girl doesn't respect my brother, I'd fucking dump her. I was like, what? And then he gets into an example and he goes deep about how his brother's more important than his future wife could be. I was like, that's interesting because he's a man. I was like, oh, okay, that's confusing. I mean, slightly homosexual and incestual in some
It
ways.
makes absolutely no sense.
But like Blanker said,
it's
I agree.
brotherly love. Why
I
you gotta
agree
make
to an
brotherly
extent,
love
but young
weird?
males are lost in terms of finding their independence and masculinity. I agree with you 100%. I'm right there. But Peterson, to me, I know to a lot of people he's very toxic. Peterson is a much better role model, something
Yes.
to strive towards.
Yes,
than fucking Andrew
100%.
Tate. I've never heard Andrew Peterson say anything.
Wait,
Andrew
what?
Tate.
Andrew Tate or Jordan
Andrew
Peterson?
Peterson. I've made a new human being.
Oh no!
I am a god.
Like, who are you referring to? You just lost all of us.
I went to high school with an Andrew. I've never heard Jordan Peterson say anything that I believe to be violently misogynistic.
No.
Andrew Tate, he says tons of stuff that can be misconstrued as violently. Like, maybe it's not intended to be, but I think he leaves that gray zone there for people to be, he's controversial. Whereas Peterson, he's really not that controversial, the stuff he says.
Well, he's controversial today.
He's controversial if you're an idiot.
Yeah, there you go. He's
Well, look,
controversial.
the last year or two, he's taken kind of he's pivoted. He's a lot more vocal. I don't want to say extreme because it's not extreme than he
Not
used
extreme.
to be. Because when I first discovered Jordan Peterson, it was psychology. It was
I think that Jordan Peterson, whether he admits it or not, I think what happened in the public media, like in the public's eye about him, the things that came out about him, I think they deeply scarred him. I think it hurt him.
Like, I don't
because I
think-
think he truly believed that he was providing a service and he was doing clinical work.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
important and he was just doing it from a place of I want to help people.
Yeah,
And people
100%.
made him out to be a fucking monster. And then you watch it, the progression. He gets a little bit more aggressive in his speech. Now he's dialed back the aggression, but it's much more personal. Like I've seen him break down in tears, like
Yeah.
100 times online.
yeah, man.
I
like
love-
the last time
I-
he was on Rogan, he's talking. I'm like, why are you crying? Like, remember he was talking about
It's
something
really,
and he got emotional.
whatever happened has really fucked with him.
Yeah.
like it hurt him on a. Maybe he hasn't even acknowledged it to himself that he's hurt him. But like, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say. I don't care what people think about me. You know that. Like,
Yeah.
I try not to. But I mean, everyone cares a little. We're a social species.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't not care completely. I can not care what certain people think about me, but like, when a fucking faceless mob hates you, I mean, a little bit it hurts.
Yeah,
A little
if
bit it
you're
feels
human, yeah.
good for a while. For a bit it feels good.
I got this. I saw this.
But speaking of actual news, because this is a
This
news
is news.
show,
We're still talking
and you
about-
guys can't do your job.
fucking floppy over there.
We're still talking about the news.
Did you guys see that Trudeau threatened to revoke his degree, Jordan Peterson's degree?
Can he do that?
No,
He
no.
can't do that. But look, hold
No,
on.
no, I don't think it's Trudeau that did anything. I think it's the order of psychologists of Ontario.
No, but even hold on. Fuck, where is it? Hold on. I found it. Jordan Peterson threatened with psychologist license being revoked over
That's it.
political statements online.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with Trudeau. It's the Order of Psychologists of Ontario. They're reviewing his license or some shit like that, or they want to review his license, which I find ridiculous.
And they haven't denied it. He said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, the College of Psychologists
That's it.
of Ontario, the CPO, has not denied it."
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No,
yeah,
and
that's
I don't think
fucked
he
up.
would lie about something like that. He came out immediately and said they've asked me. I don't know exactly what they've asked because I didn't follow it. I'm like Jordan Peterson, the College of Psychologists of Ontario, want to review his
clinical work.
No, his certification, his permit as a psychologist, because of his positions, his political positions that he's taking online. Like, I mean, you got to be stupid.
I would argue that they're not even political positions.
No,
not
they are.
Not in the contemporary
No, they are.
sense.
I mean, he's even written articles in the Toronto Star or in the National Post. I can't remember where he writes against Trudeau and the positions, and he has every right to do that. I mean, you're a citizen of Canada and you're an influential person. He's very knowledgeable.
But I mean, we've seen
and he
this
writes an
before.
article about whatever the political situation in Canada.
We've seen this before, though. With
But what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just
But think about
I'm
it,
on
sort
his
of-
side. Like, why would
okay,
the
okay.
Order of Psychologists will want to review his license based on his political positions?
But
what
like,
the-
think about it during the pandemic, especially when the vaccines first came out
Mm-hmm.
and people were like voicing concerns. A lot of certified medical professionals had their certifications brought into question by the colleges by their
Because they were against
because
it.
they were against certain
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It's a classic power move by an establishment,
yeah,
right?
but this didn't happen because of that. This is happening because they find his rhetoric.
no, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same
no,
example.
it-
He's disagreeing with what they want him to believe.
Great.
Okay, yeah, but
And
not,
they're
nothing
saying,
to do
"Oh,
with
let's-
COVID.
No, it has nothing to do with COVID.
In the chat, Great One writes, woke people have taken over. Home Depot's billionaire co-founders Bernie Marcus is worried about capitalism.
Yeah,
Is he
I
worried
saw
in
that-
the
I saw-
sense
I
like
saw that headline.
I
he's
didn't fully
worried?
understand,
He's worried like it's gonna like.
Capitalism's doing just fine, if you
Yeah.
ask me. Aside from the fact that it doesn't know how to self-sustain itself, that's a whole different problem.
You know what's weird though?
But
That's
there is a movement that is like I don't know.
Look at Sweden. Sweden's a great example of like ultra fucking free market capitalism and all the best parts of socialism.
Yeah, but they also
It's
have
interesting.
whatever half the population of not even less than half of the population of Canada.
So
the
Well, it makes a
Ontario
big
College
on a
wants to
provincial
re-educate.
level, you could manage something like that economically. I don't see how that's because something that works that cleanly, I think, is scalable. I mean, it's not without its problems, Sweden's system. I agree, but the difference between Sweden and here is not a population thing. The real difference is transparency and government trust.
Yeah,
Swedish people trust their government inherently. Like the government says do it, they're like, you got us. Because their government seems to function not differently, but is perceived to function differently. Here, fuck that. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all.
You're talking about Sweden,
Yeah, Sweden is actually there's lower taxes.
but also they're a population of 10 million.
10 million is not a
Much
small
less,
number.
and it's a small country.
for a country, it's like Quebec. They're
Yeah,
a
no.
little over Quebec.
No, is Quebec 10 million? We're not 10
No,
yet.
it's about
We're like
8.
9
About
million.
eight, yeah.
Yeah.
Greece is a country of 10 million.
Yeah.
There's the flip side of that fucking coin. How bad things can be with 10 million people.
Yeah.
Where you don't
Oh,
trust the
shit,
government
yeah.
at all.
Ever.
You can't.
Ever.
But also,
The government's like, look, you see those F-16s coming? They're gonna bomb us. Nah, you're a liar. You paid them. Like that's the level of trust to the Greek government. Yeah.
Speaking of Greece, I had something came up in here. Let me
What's
get it.
happening? Are we going to war? Is that happening?
Well, look, the tensions are really high right now in the East Mediterranean, and there were shots fired the other day between the coast guards, the Greek and Turkish coast guards. The stories, obviously, from both sides are different.
I love that. So good.
Blankers said something great in the chat. Capitalism works great with accountability and transparency, something this nation seems to lack. That's true.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but that's the case for most governments.
No, but it's true though. He's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So the Greek Coast Guard was mobilized because apparently there were Turkish fleets.
I don't like the term Coast Guard.
What do you
Hold on.
They're not
I wanna
usually
hear
guarding the coast.
What are they guarding?
They're guarding the waters.
They're guarding the waters to prevent people from getting to the coast.
Yeah. But
Coast Guard.
No, but then they should stay on the coast and guard the coast.
Then
Why?
people-
What are they doing going off in the waters like that? Okay, carry on.
So, anyways, so yeah, so there were Turkish.
I need an Advil.
ASAP.
Fucking enema right now. That's how I feel. an Advil fucking suppository.
Instant.
I want to smoke a cigarette through my blood vessels, like just like.
Anyway, so apparently, so the story from the Greek side is that they were mobilized there because someone crossed into Greek waters, and they were.
Let me guess. The Turkish government and news are reporting that
It was the opposite.
Turkey saved a bunch of migrants that the Greek Coast Guard tried to kill.
Turkey
that's their classic move.
Turkey's side is that there were Turkish fishermen that were being bothered by the Greek Coast Guard, and we went there to save the situation. We fired.
You fishing? You fishing? What are you fishing for?
They said we fired in the air after the Greeks shot in the air, and then we chased them away.
Maybe it was a Cretan wedding. Why are they shooting?
And,
Pow,
then,
pow, pow.
and then the Greek side is the opposite. They're like they came in trying to damage our ship. They shot in the air, and then we followed, and then they left. So it's like good luck finding who's right or wrong in this situation.
I can't get over what's been going on with the expansion of the territorial waters in Crete.
Like, Turkey. You mean from
Turkey's
Turkey?
like, oh, you can't do that, and like I'm reading it, I'm like, wow, maybe Greece is being like ballsy. Like, what's going on? I'm like, all right, so there's the furthest island in the entire Greek state, southernmost part of Europe, nowhere near Turkey, like literally nowhere near it, and they're extending their waters. I'm like east, towards Turkey. I'm like, no, they're southwest in the opposite direction. And Turkey's like, how dare you? That's our area with Libya, which is a treaty that no government recognizes, completely illegal. And they're like, you got some nerve, Greece, and you're like, but what?
Yeah.
That's like us saying we're expanding our territorial waters off of Newfoundland. I don't know. I fucked up, so I slipped into an accent. Yeah. Off of Newfoundland, northeast, and the U.S. State of Florida is like, whoa, what are you doing? Well, it's getting too close.
Yeah, because we have a commercial corridor with
that no one recognizes.
Yeah,
with
Iceland.
With
Iceland that crosses right through Newfoundland. So that's exactly what's happening. So Turkey signed an illegal agreement with Libya, with the provisional government over there that has absolutely no right to do any. If
it's not Gaddafi, I'm not signing.
Yeah, so there's a provisional government there in place just to run the country.
Wait, Gaddafi, was that his name? Libya, sorry.
And so Turkey signed an agreement with them that establishes a commercial zone, like an EEZ.
I don't like that everyone's saying the morning show's chaotic. I feel like it's perfect,
very
very hinged today.
Yeah. Anyway,
thank you very much.
So that corridor, if you look at the map from Libya to Turkey, the corridor cuts Crete in half. You know what I mean? So for
makes
them,
perfect sense. Didn't know the island was there, bro.
Yeah, so for them it makes sense. So anything that Greece wants to do around their own territorial waters, like their border, basically their maritime border in the south, because Greece made an agreement with Egypt, for example. They renegotiated.
What is? I've always wondered because like sometimes like I love to go deep into like Turkish nationalist threads on
I was
Quora,
always
right?
fascinated by propaganda. Like honestly, like
no, me too. But here's my question. So I go into these and they're like, in what universe does Greece have the right to the entire Aegean? Turkey has coast. And it made me think, I'm like, well, Turkey does have coastline. Like, where are their territorial waters? They must have some.
Well, that's the dispute because normally...
It does seem, like, I think about it a bit. I'm like, if you take, like, forget the fact that, genocides happened in the 20s, but let's look at it strictly geopolitically today. They have a coastline. I mean, they should have some territorial waters, right?
They do.
I'm trying to be objective.
They do.
So what are they? Do you know?
Well, because see, I think if I'm not mistaken, in the law of the sea,
Get out of the chat. Pay attention.
In the law of the sea, I think you have 5 nautical miles. So that's past that, you're no longer within your own.
But there are places where those 5 nautical miles and the Greek they must overlap, right?
All of that overlaps.
So there's like it's a gray zone. They share it. Right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what happens there. So when it overlaps, I don't know if it goes down to 2 miles. I'm not sure exactly what happens there,
like
or they have to meet down the middle.
For example, is like you can spit at Turkey.
Yeah,
It's
you
right
can
there.
swim across. Yeah, exactly. So that's where the conflict happens.
And you should spit at Turkey. No, it's a joke.
So anyway.
I'm not trying to make an argument for Turkey's supremacy in the Aegean, obviously. But I just try to understand, like...
So that's what happens. So
I think it would have been a lot easier for them if they had just left the coast alone.
No. The coast is theirs. They like you said. I mean, it's their coast. They have.
No,
but-
I mean if they had just not taken the coast back. If Greece, had the coast,
yeah.
it would have just been simpler. They would have
that-
had the fucking.
But militarily, that was Greece's fault, eh? They
I know,
botched that
I
whole
know.
operation.
They botched
up.
it bad.
But see, Turkey's argument now is because they don't have it, but the north part of Cyprus, which is the
Turkish
Northern
satellite state.
Republic of
The Turkish
Cyprus,
Republic of Northern Cyprus.
yeah, which is only recognized by Turkey.
Yeah.
It's an illegal
And
government.
Azerbaijan.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Azerbaijan does what Turkey does.
Is it official though?
I'm pretty sure. Can you double check that?
Can you check?
what, sorry?
He wasn't
The
listening again.
Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus
Just write which countries
recognize North
recognize
Cyprus.
North Cyprus as a country. I'm pretty sure it's Turkey and Azerbaijan.
Okay, the first time I thought it was only Turkey, but in any case,
Yeah, Azeris, they'll do anything.
so they've been arguing forever now that entity, that fake established government,
Only Turkey, actually.
only Turkey. yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Huh,
So
my bad.
All other governments and the United Nations recognize only the government of the Republic of Cyprus over the whole
That's right.
island.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh shit! But
It
they're
must be
still
super
there.
fucking
Of course it
weird.
is. It's the weirdest
It must be
situation.
super fucking weird to be a Turkish person living on the Turkish side of Cyprus. You're not a real state. You're living in like La La Land.
They don't know that. They think they're a legitimate state. That's
No,
what I'm
but-
saying. I'm fascinated by the propaganda. And anyways, we'll get back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Cyprus thing because it's really mixed up. But what they're doing now, so what Turkey is doing now, they're arguing internationally in favor of this government, claiming that look, they have a coast, they're allowed to have an economic zone in the Mediterranean, which is where there's a conflict now with Greece and especially with the East Med pipeline that they're trying to do
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Israel, Cyprus, and Greece. They think that no, that project crosses through the EEZ of the Northern Republic, the Turkish
Which is
Republic of
not a
Northern
real
Cyprus,
thing.
which is like that country doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Anyways, it's a whole mess. But to go back to Cyprus, yeah, it's a big mess. Because people don't understand is that in 1974, when they invaded Cyprus, there were Turkish Cypriots living on the island. There were
Yeah, of course.
living in the southern
It was a
part,
minority.
and they had to move to the north. And there were obviously Greek Cypriots living in the north that had to move to the
Yeah,
south.
and then there was a bunch of people who were relocated from Turkey who have now lived
oh
there
yeah,
for 60
they
years.
inhabited that
Yeah.
entire part of the island to
They're
the
good
point
at that.
now.
They're good at that.
Of course they're good at that. Yeah, you have millions of people that are looking for
Somewhere to
property
live.
here. Go take people's house like my mom's.
What the fuck's
property.
happening in Kosovo? I just saw like Olga said something and I started looking. I was like, what's going on?
What is going
Do
on?
you know anything
let's
about
Google
it?
this.
Nope.
Okay, keep going.
So anyway, so the problem is now that you have people that are born
There. Yeah.
which technically makes them Cypriot or Turkish Cypriots or whatever they
Whatever,
want to
yeah.
call themselves. So how do you?
This was the type of
Apparently
situation
Serbia
that
and Kosovo are fighting.
Oh jeez, fuck,
again.
not again.
This is one of those things that needed to get solved fast because now there's no solution. It's
There's
been
no
too long.
solution now. There's no solution.
It's,
Like how do you find the solution now? How do you give the land back to Cyprus and tell the people that have been living there since the 70s
What if
or
they
80s
were to
or 90s?
take down the walls and just be one Cypriot republic with a Turkish minority? Would they
They've
go
been
for it? I
It's always
wonder.
the fucking Balkans, bro.
They've been
Balkans are a
trying.
mess,
They've been
man.
trying to find a bizonal solution over there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because automatically by
If
doing
I was
so,
a Turkish Cypriot, I'd be mad if in that solution, right? Like, why would you want that?
also the fact that if you're the Cypriot, the Greek Cypriots, by agreeing to that, automatically you're acknowledging the right they have to occupy that territory, which is illegal.
But they're not occupying it anymore. Now they're citizens of your republic.
I know, but you're automatically recognizing
You're
that there's
naturalizing them.
You're by default, by agreeing to anything like that, you're normalizing the fact that there is a government over there that we're agreeing with. You understand?
Oh, I see that. Yeah, okay.
Like the agreement is between
Yes, I
who?
understand. I understand.
Like it's an illegal government. Like if it had been Turkey occupying the island for so long, you know,
Yeah.
okay, let's figure something out. You're a legitimate government.
So the only solution would have been a military solution. You just walk in, fucking take out their government. But you can't because Turkey's right there, like
Yeah, you can't do
looming,
anything now. You can't do anything.
waiting for an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess.
It is the longest. It's one of the longest running issues in the UN. That and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They have, and I don't think it'll ever be resolved. To be
I don't
honest
think
with
so
you.
either.
You know what I find really funny
The
about
problem. Sorry, I'll interrupt
sorry.
you 1 second. The problem is that it's higher up, and there should be much more pressure in the EU because the EU is engaged in treaties and in bilateral relations with Turkey, and Turkey is occupying an EU member. That's where the problem lies. Like, wake up. Like
I'm with
I
you.
think that's
I'm
what
just
people
reading
should-
about what's happening.
Yeah,
in
what's
Kosovo,
happening
and
in
it seems like a
Kosovo?
hot mess.
again.
Yeah.
Violent clashes. Alexander Vucic.
Okay.
Vukic. I don't know how to pronounce the upside down circumflex. Used his right under the UN resolution to ask NATO for permission to send 1,000 police and army. They're setting
Into
up
Kosovo?
barricades. Basically, the Serbs, the Serbian minority in Kosovo, has like barricaded a whole section. This is crazy. I didn't know this was happening. I had no idea.
What do they want? They want their independence, or they want to join
But this was
Serbia?
on the 20th of December. My bad.
It's still recent.
You know what I find funny about the Kosovo flag? Like they're so insecure about their well, not insecure, but like it's literally a map of their country.
You know
on the
why?
Flag.
I'll tell you why. Because it's a Kosovo Albanian majority, but they have minority groups. So one of the agreements when they separated and they became Kosovo in 98?
98.
I thought it was earlier.
No, I
it was
checked.
Yeah. In 98 was that like it can't be like another Shakhtar. Like you can't have a big Albanian eagle on there. It has to be something that represents everyone.
I see,
Yeah.
I see.
Just like Cyprus.
So
They
what's
had a
the
Turkish minority. That's why it's just the map.
So what's the 6 stars for? 'Cause it's literally it's blue.
I don't know actually. Just look it up. What does the Kosovo flag mean? Like break it down. I'm curious. I love flag. What is it called? What
The
is
flag
the
of
term?
Kosovo has a blue background charged with a map of Kosovo and 6 stars. The stars are officially meant to symbolize Kosovo's 6 major ethnic groups.
Oh, there you go.
Albanians, Serbs, Bosniaks, Turks, Romani, often grouped with the
Ashkenazi?
Ashkali and Ashkali and Egyptians.
Oh, okay.
And Gorani.
What are Goranis? The people who support Goran
I have no idea.
Bregovic.
Bro, I didn't even know.
That was good. You like that, eh? That was like a niche joke, though. Like, you got it, Olga
five
got it,
people.
and that's it.
But all this shit sounds like fucking World of Warcraft shit, bro.
Kalashnikov. I like Balkan brass. It's my jam.
What a mess.
The Gorani.
Yeah, the Balkans is always going to be a mess, and it just goes to show you the fucking legacy of the Ottoman Empire, like the mess it fucking created. Because
was
it
a
taught
mess
us
even-
to separate each other by religion.
Nah, it was a
only.
mess even before the Ottoman Empire. Let's be honest.
It
bro.
wasn't.
Of course it was.
The Balkans,
Balkans.
man, in the late Byzantine period, like the medieval Roman period, some of the richest parts of Europe were there. The rest of Europe was fucking eating shit.
Yeah, but
and they
the-
were still flourishing.
But even before, like even the Greek states, we were always at war with each other. The Greek city-states.
But that's not really
But you're
the
talking
Balkans.
about
You're talking about the
ancient
southern
Yeah,
Balkans.
no, but in general, that whole area is there's always wars.
there was
there.
Thracians, Dacians, Illyrians up there, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there was always wars.
I mean, they're all Hellenized at some point for the most of them, not all of them.
There was a man found dead at close to the Roxham Road, the crossing where most migrants come in from the U.S. into Canada. They found a man that was
And men? They found one man?
a man was found dead.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, this is just a sad reality of these asylum seekers, man. It's just a mess. It was a U.S. helicopter that was patrolling, and they saw they advised the Canadian, the RCMP basically. They found this man's body. We still don't know if he was a migrant or
What if he was just taking a nap?
no,
That's not what I was saying, for the record. I was basically letting you know that George is boring me because he's taking too
okay.
long to get there.
Anyways, so that's
What is
it.
this, foreplay?
Exactly.
George?
What if he was just taking a nap because he was listening to one of George's conversations?
Like, he was watching the morning show. He's like, oh my God, George.
He's about to cross into the border.
Do
He's
the
like,
floppy foreskin sound effect.
you know what we should do? We should just blast George talking over the speakers over the border in U.S. Mexico instead of putting up a wall.
Yeah, you know what's going to
They're all
happen.
just gonna fall asleep, bro.
Exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
Maybe
Sorry,
maybe
guys.
that's the solution to all the Balkan states' problems too. Everybody's too sleepy to fucking do anything. George, the savior.
Okay, boring story. Moving
Where's
on.
Croatia in this? Croatia's to the west. There, you answered your question, George. Jorge.
Croatia has access to the sea and doesn't give a fuck.
Croatia doesn't give
Beautiful.
any fucks.
Croatia's beautiful. The coast of
And the Croatia.
They also invented the cravat.
Hrvatsk.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen Croatia's map?
Yeah,
What about
it's
it?
a-
They
it's a-
basically
it's a race
told.
flag.
No, they
It's a red and white flag.
basically but they basically
Yeah.
told Bosnia and
no beach for you.
and
That's
Herzegovina
what it
like
is, because they have that long stretch.
you want see fuck you basically.
You saw that on a fucking. You saw that somewhere.
Oh, they do
online.
have access to sea, by the way.
Who?
They
Bosnia?
have this one little strip. One little strip.
Yeah, it's best beach in all Bosnia.
Yeah,
beach,
right
best
here. Look at it.
Bosnian
Look at it. Look at it. It's so funny. Like, look at it. So this is the map of Croatia. They basically told Bosnia, like, go fuck yourself. But then you have a little.
Yeah. You know what always blew my mind?
Right
All these
here.
countries in the Balkans,
They're like,
the ones that
okay,
have
fine.
access to these amazing trade routes.
But that island or that peninsula belongs to Croatia or Bosnia?
Which one?
Right in front.
Right here?
No, in front, right across. That.
This
is that?
belongs to Croatia.
What is it? Zoom out. I want to see the name of it.
I don't think
It's
it belongs to
Croatia.
Croatia. It's attached to, what is that country?
No, it's all Croatia.
Man,
this.
Dubrovnik's right there. What are you talking about? Of course, no way.
They're not allowed to they're not even allowed to get like ships in. They're just allowed to go and look
Their
at the
port,
water.
did you see that? Their port is called Bingo. Oh no, it's a supermarket.
They're not even allowed to get ships in or go to swim. They're just allowed to go look at the water.
So wait, zoom out for a second.
But we're on the Bosnian side now.
So wait.
Yeah, this is
so
Bosnia, this
Croatia
little-
comes and just goes around and comes back to
Yeah.
Stupa. So that's Croatia down there.
Bro, they just told them
Hrvatska,
to
yeah.
Can I just share an unpopular opinion?
but that's
Can I just
so
share an unpopular?
strange, yeah.
Wouldn't all this be a lot easier if it was all just fucking Serbia? Like I know,
But
I know.
Go, zoom back in. Think about it.
Too confusing.
But to go into Bosnia from the port, you gotta cross Croatian.
It's fucking nuts. It's
border
nuts.
security.
Yugoslavia was a good solution. It's
Think
just they
about
were
that.
too corrupt.
Like you gotta come in from like into that little bay
I
area
am
to go
telling
into
you,
Bosnia.
The Balkans are a mess, my friend.
It's a fucking mess. I know.
Hold on,
Can you
what's this
imagine?
place
Can you
called?
imagine the headache?
It looks pretty though.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that whole coast, the Riviera
Hey,
there, the Croatian Riviera.
I got a thought the other day.
Oh, a single thought. Go on.
What if, and I'm pretty sure someone that has thought about this in the past, why don't they make, what are they called? The keramidia? The roofs.
Ceramic tiles.
The ceramic tiles. Why don't they make the same thing, but,
Solar panels.
Solar panels.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Have
thing.
they done that?
They exist.
Oh, it exists already.
Yeah, they're not
what
ceramic.
Tesla's doing? They have
yeah,
solar tiles.
They're tiles.
No,
for
but
the
they
roof.
do it in the same, like the same tiles and the same design.
Well,
just-
that color and that shape and that
No.
material probably can't absorb as much sunlight as a flat surface. So
Yeah.
you'd have to have flat tiles most likely.
That's what Tesla did in was it Dominican Republic? Where did they have that
There
huge
somewhere, yeah.
tornado where they just powered an entire fucking county
I
down
don't
there?
remember. I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to Croatia. Greece's first prime minister.
Oh,
or
Croatia
whatever,
has
whatever he was, is
the
the
Euro
first
now.
regent, Capodistria. He was from Croatia.
Really?
I mean,
Wasn't he Russian?
Capodistria? No, he was.
Or was that Ypsilanti?
Ypsilanti was Russian trained. No, yeah, that wasn't even his last name. That's just the name they gave him. He was the Count of Istria in Croatia. He was Capo of Istria.
Oh, okay.
all
yeah.
that place has so much lore.
What?
All that area of the Balkans has so much lore.
It's not really lore, it's history.
Exactly.
Lore is a different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, the Croatian coast must be very beautiful. My cousin's been there. He's told me good things about it. Moving on to a more embarrassing story. Very recently, I don't know if you guys remember.
You
Like,
pooped your
more
pants.
embarrassing than what?
Oh, trust me, this is embarrassing.
You pooped your pants.
So recently, the Montreal police made an announcement of their new chief of police.
It's gonna be good.
His name was
I-
Fatty Dagger.
Oh, it's a man. Okay. never mind.
Yeah, Fatty. And this
Fatty
guy.
dagger?
I actually
Sounds like what people like
Fatty
he calls his
dagger.
own dick. This is my fatty dagger.
Fatty Dagger.
Dagger.
And I knew this guy because he was the chief of he was chief of police in Saint Michel.
Okay.
So we got to work with him a little bit, and then he went to Longueuil, and now he's the chief of police of Montreal.
What is this story, dude?
And the whole thing about now gun control and gun violence and all this bullshit happening in Montreal. They're trying to find a
Yeah.
solution to it. Well, for Halloween, the chief of police's daughter posed in these look at this.
What's the article?
It's just write fatty dagger.
Fatty Dagger, DAGHGHER.
GHR.
And just put daughter. I mean, it's the news. It's gonna come up. So she posed. She's wearing a mask, so her face is hidden.
A balaclava.
But she's wearing a bikini
What's her name?
with jogging
don't know.
pants. We don't know. They're protecting obviously her identity. And she's posing with like a gun. Obviously, it's a toy gun. But it's just embarrassing. Imagine you're the chief of police and your daughter goes off on this fucking rant, like on this.
She came home and he's like, "You a fucking whore!"
there she
There
is.
she is.
She says, "Fuck the police," literally.
Nice.
I mean, beautiful daughter. We can't see her face, but
Imagine she's really ugly. That's his son.
But hold on, how do we know it's his
I have to
daughter?
dip for just 2 seconds.
because
I'll be
they
right
found
back.
him because they found the pictures on her Instagram account.
Okay, but how do we know it's his daughter? Question.
Because it was confirmed. It's from her Instagram account, so they know it's her.
Okay, but hold on. It's from her Instagram account. But what's her Instagram account? Hold on. Seriously, we can't see her face. We can't see her face. We don't know her name. We don't know her name. None of this is confirmed.
They're obviously going to protect her name. I mean, people that know his family will. I mean, pretty sure it's easy to find. But so immediately those pictures were taken down. And I think the account is private, so unless you're friends with her or whatever, you don't have access.
I like the one with a thong peering out. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you can't.
But hold on, we took pictures from some random chick's Instagram, and we said
no, man. They were taken from his daughter's Instagram page. They're not saying her name, obviously, for obvious reasons, and those pictures no longer exist on that account. And in any case, you can't access the account because, from what I'm reading, it's private. And it's not accessible to people that aren't friends with her. So I'm guessing now that after this came up, who knows if that account even exists anymore? I mean, who knows? I mean, but can you imagine working your entire life, getting promoted to police captain, police chief in Montreal, and then your kid goes off and does something stupid like this? Like, it's fucking horrible.
She's a kid, bro. Who cares?
She's not a kid. Shit. She's obviously like I don't know. She looks like she's in her 20s probably.
Okay, what's the issue? What does this have to do with him?
I'm just saying it's an embarrassing. What do you mean? What does this have to do with him?
Let me explain to you what's
It's
going on here. Her
He's the
father
chief of police
is a lawman.
and
He's a fucking lawman.
Yeah.
She was
Trying to find a solution to the gun
She
problem.
was raised in the home of a lawman. So on Halloween, she thought of the scariest thing she could. Her dad's mortal enemies. Street thugs from Saint Michel.
There you go. It's Halloween.
And so she dressed up as it.
What's
I
the
don't see a
issue, bro?
problem.
All these fucking whores, they dress up as other shit.
Well, here's the other thing. Now. They're saying it's Halloween, but I mean,
look at it. Tate's in jail. This guy's like, I'm stepping in. There's a vacuum of power. Fucking guy.
I just, as a father, it's embarrassing.
I get it.
You're a public figure, and I've thought about this so many times where.
What you're saying, George, is this is fatherless behavior on her behalf.
No, but what I'm saying,
and yet she has a father. I get it.
I think about.
Would you say he was maybe absent because he was busy chasing around bad guys,
Maybe.
and that's why she is dressing up as a bad guy because her father wasn't present in her life, and now she wants attention from her father?
I think about this quite often, where you want to be a public figure, and
I'm just saying it's interesting.
In addition to the enormous stress that you have to, to go through on different challenges, you also have to think about shit. I have kids now; they can't embarrass me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at Biden's son.
Well, that's because he
you know what I mean? It's like you're the president of the U.S. and your son is this fucking complete degenerate.
But to be honest, Biden is also very embarrassing to himself. Let's be honest.
Well,
So
now, but he wasn't always like that, right?
No, he called black people predators, bro. He was always like this.
Did you see that clip? Did you see that clip where he met with the Pope? And he called him an African American baseball player or something like that.
Was that fake?
What?
I don't know.
It seems like it was edited, the audio.
I don't know because then
it's subtitled, so I don't know what's actually being said in Italian.
No, it's not subtitled.
The
You hear
Italian
him say it in
side.
English.
No, yes, but
Okay.
then the aide and the Pope are speaking Italian to each other.
Yeah.
Or Latin. I don't know.
He just called you African
You're the
American.
greatest African American baseball player. See.
I mean, he's crazy, and I don't know if
But
it's
I
fake
don't know
or
if
not.
it was real. Like, it didn't.
Hold on, Biden calling the Pope African American.
It was.
Just
It's a
put
great. We should
Biden,
watch
Pope,
that clip. It's a great clip.
African American.
It's a great clip.
If it's fake, it's really well done, and this is what scares me now with all this
You don't know
bullshit.
what's real
You don't know
anymore.
what's real
You don't
anymore
know. You just don't fucking know. There's no way to confirm
because
anything.
it's so well done.
I don't fucking
Like
know.
it seems
sketches
almost,
me out.
It seems almost impossible that. Well, I mean, impossible. I mean, we've seen so many things happening with Biden. I mean, he's clearly lost his mind. But that, how do you call the guy African American? He's white. He's standing right in front of you.
Well, if you have dementia, you don't know where you
on.
are. Here we go. Is the volume up?
See. Hold on. Un momento, por favor, señor.
See, it's on TikTok. That's what I don't trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that.
He was a famous African-American baseball player.
I know.
Americano, afroamericano.
And he didn't get to play in the Major League Baseball until he was 45 years old.
No, he said there is a famous American. That's what. This is the original clip.
Fino a che aveva 45 anni perché era nero.
He was a pitcher.
E lui era quello che batteva.
And usually pitchers lose their arm when they're 35.
In genere loro comunque hanno cominciato.
He's trying to tell some
Pitched to win
story.
on
That's why
40.
at the end he says, "You're the famous African American."
The press walked in the locker room. His name was Satchel Paige.
okay, yeah.
He's just doing old man baseball stories.
Yeah, he's trying to relate to the Pope.
Satch. No one's ever pitched to win at age 47.
What a boring fucking old man
How do you
story.
feel
Okay, I've
about
lost
pitching?
interest.
Yeah, yeah,
it's,
let's,
it's not fake. It's taken out of context.
Yeah, taken out
I
of
knew it
context.
was too fucking good. It was
they
just too
took,
good.
They just took the
that's
first
so
5
sad,
seconds.
though,
They, no, they
That's
took the
crazy
last
shit.
5 seconds. We haven't seen that part yet.
Oh, okay.
It's at the end. So he tells them
No,
the
no,
story.
I saw this where she comes in. She says there's an African American.
Oh, right. But he might say it again at the end. Like he tells the story and then he goes, "You're the African American."
It's so fucking.
Anyways, back to this.
I wish I had never seen that. I
so
liked it better when I
lesson,
thought
guys,
it was
for
pretty
you
back to the
all.
chief of police's whore daughter.
You found her name?
No, I didn't find her name, unfortunately. But I mean, it makes
Answer.
sense that she would dress up as a bad guy. Like, she didn't get attention from her father, and now she's like, "Look, Daddy, I'm a bad guy." Pow pow.
It's
you
just
know?
embarrassing because clearly
It is embarrassing.
Clearly,
it really is
I mean,
embarrassing.
she looks like a good-looking girl, and the last thing you want as a father is your daughter exposing
fucking
herself on
whore.
social media. You know what I mean?
or that's
what-
your retirement plan.
Or yeah,
Oh, yeah.
same as, like remember a couple of years ago when Gretzky's daughter was making news because she was fucking posting all this
No.
hot shit on her Instagram
she hot?
page. Yeah, and she was posting all
daughter?
this thing on like Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky. You forget how young he is. Gretzky had retired before Poseidon has memory.
Say,
Oh, come on.
which one, Paulina or Emma? No, Emma's too young, I think.
I think it's Polina.
No, Emma's a child.
You
Paulina
sick
Gretzky.
fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, she was posting all this.
I think it was Paulina. I remember the story of it. Paulina
Yeah.
Gretzky.
Oh,
But,
fuck. You could see her pussy.
Oh God, God, bro, please, man.
Oh, no, never mind. That's a trick. That's a trick of the... That's a
it's
trick
a
of,
flick of the wrist.
It's a trick of the light. Oh, goddamn, yeah. She's
Oh shit, no, it was a Photoshop picture I was looking
very
at.
attractive woman.
Yep.
Yeah. You know some asshole when
She's
she
the
was
one.
growing
Is she
up.
the one married to the golfer?
Oh, I don't know.
Dustin
I
Johnson.
have no idea.
I wonder how many
Go to
men.
the left
This is
picture.
the one.
Oh, no.
I wonder how many
You're
men.
interested in the wrong photo, George.
I'm gonna try and speak again. I wonder how many men who she's been with, like sexually, have asked her to call them. I can't even say it. The great one.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Way too many.
Oh man.
So even
My dad
that,
is following. Oh, what's this? Hold on. My dad is following me on Twitter, and he has nothing to say about
That's
it. I mean,
terrible.
I will not care what he's saying. So she's what? He.
What are you reading there, buddy?
I'm trying to decipher Rosalie's English. Give me a second. So he's probably thinking the same. Well, you've never spoken to him about it. You never. I said, like, Dad, what do you think about me posting thirst traps on the internet? I'd be curious to know what a father thinks.
Well, it depends on
I'd
who the
freak. I
father
know,
is.
but put yourself in that situation where, your daughter is in her 20s now, and she's posting all this.
Is she making money from it?
Who cares?
Is
if
she just giving the milk away for free, or is it subscription based?
I don't know.
It makes a difference.
Well, Instagram is free, so you're posting this shit on Instagram. It's for everyone to watch.
like if my daughter came to me and she's like, "Dad, I don't need any money for college," and I'd be like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I've been selling pictures of my feet." I'd be like, "Good for you. You're industrious." Is your face in it? Is it tagged to your name? No. Beautiful. Good job. I did a good job as a father.
Yeah.
Diana's like, fucking groceries are so expensive. I'm like, can I post pictures of your feet? She's like, is that a real thing? I'm like, I don't know. I see TikToks about it.
Oh,
She's
you
like,
both
what the
have
fuck?
daughters. It will happen to you.
Yeah, it's possible.
It scares the
it's
shit out of me.
possible. It's,
Goddamn.
I mean, I have a sister and she never posted skanky shit on Facebook. And if she did, I yelled at her and she took it down. Because I was present.
Yeah.
Now I'm old. I'm too tired to be present. I need to have a son so you can watch them. Keep them away from guys like you.
A bit of a concern for the Muslims living in Verdun. There was an incident that happened a couple days ago where, when was it? Was it Christmas or? Yeah, it was last week, I think. There were these two Muslims, and there's security footage of this. So they were walking into.
Sorry, hold on. I wasn't talking about Rosalie's fee. I'm saying, hypothetically, if my kids... What's going on in the chat? I feel like none of us speak the same language anymore. It's very confusing.
Me
Go
no
on.
speak English.
So there's security footage of these two Muslims walking into the mosque.
I know they're Muslims.
Because they're walking into the.
What if they're CIA agents?
No, they were going to pray because
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah,
the
no
director
shoes-
of
no
the
shoes
mosque
on.
came out and said, "Look, we got very scared, and because it's approaching the 1 year anniversary of well, it's not 1 year, it's more than that, but
Quebec
It's
City.
approaching the anniversary of the what happened in Quebec City. It was around the same time of the year. So there's these two Muslims that are walking into the mosque, and
Hold on,
some
pause.
lunatic from across the
Hold on,
street.
let him finish.
Some lunatic from across the street runs, clearly yelling something at them, and they.
What was he yelling?
I
In
don't
what
know.
language?
Was
No,
he
you
yelling?
can't hear it. You just see like visual, whatever. So
Was it Allahu
and
Akbar?
they just close and they just lock themselves into the mosque, and the guy's yelling. He's going like this, yeah, like some visual. He's like, "Come, let's go, me and you," kind of thing.
shit.
I don't know if they know each other or
Let's
they don't,
go.
or if you clearly saw these two Muslims going to the mosque and he has some fucking he's mentally
Rashid, the
deranged,
Dukishan
thinking that all
Kufan.
Muslims are bad.
That was not the joke I was making, but okay.
I know.
So, no, but imagine around Easter time, you have these old, Greek ladies walking into the church, and some guys like, "Fuck these Greeks," you know what I mean? These Orthodox.
Nobody gives
people.
a shit about us
No,
enough
but-
to target us.
No, I know, but it's for
the
them.
best.
For them, it's the same
best.
thing. They're like, "Well, what do you have against us?" kind of thing, right? And you're chasing them into the mosque. Like, what's wrong with you, dude?
No, it's fucked up.
It could have just been a crazy person, like a.
Or a
I've been
crackhead.
chased across the street by a crackhead. Like it didn't mean anything.
He didn't look that kind
Or a
of crazy.
crackhead. There's a
though.
lot of crackheads in Verdun.
Like in the video, he didn't look that crazy, but
Maybe it was asking for crack.
I don't know. Whatever.
They said, "Hey,
No
these
thanks.
guys have big, comfortable robes. Maybe they're hiding some crack under there."
They don't have robes, bro.
They do have robes. they literally wear those robes.
They're not robes, they're pajamas.
Have you guys been to a mosque?
Yeah, actually. I didn't like it.
People dress normally. They just go to pray and
Okay.
leave.
Anyways,
Well, not everybody. Some
and,
people wear traditional garb.
It
pause on-
depends if
Yeah.
they're from Pakistan. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what,
but it's a robe. No, what is it?
Not a robe. It has a name. I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember.
Sand pajama. Not sand pajama.
Go fuck yourself.
Sorry, or is that what the
Jorge
Indians wear?
Rosales.
I think it's the girls that wear the
Pashtu-
saris.
Pashmina, that's something else.
No, the saris.
Pashtun is a people. I got nothing.
So Jorge Rosales dropped $2 in the chat. He goes, "Poseidon will be DMing your daughter soon enough." Yes,
If
he's
Poseidon ever
absolutely,
DMs my daughters, it'll be the last thing Poseidon does.
he's absolutely right at the ripe age of 12.
You guy.
So there was a woman that was shot.
I wish this was glass. Fucking stab me.
There's a serious thing. No, but
Catch a pepperoni nipples
but the
off.
whole gun violence is serious, guys. I mean, it's
We're talking about the dagger again.
No. Well,
Oh.
in relation to that, I mean, there was a woman that was seriously shot. She was injured. Some guy shot her in her car. TMR, right across.
Well, where I used to live, I saw that. The Met and Lucerne.
Yeah, right across Rockland,
Fucking-
where the Tim Hortons used to be, around there.
What? No, it was not there. It
It's
was
not Lucerne.
No, that's Rockland.
Oh, that's Rockland.
Lucerne is where I used to
Where
live.
where the Starbucks is.
Exactly.
Okay,
there was
yeah,
violence
yeah.
at the Starbucks.
I don't know, but it was
Or the
around there.
Shell. It's three options. The Shell.
But how could you
Lucerne?
find, like-
or under the Metropolitan, that whole area, even in TMR, like homeless people live there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff going on there.
Oh, Lucerne. Never heard about her.
Okay. I was trying to, because it's really cool because that part of the Met is higher and then it gets steeper. So it's like great photography under all the
Yeah.
columns. So I was trying to get photos under there and I was like, oh my God, there's people living here. Like living, little camps. So who knows? I don't really know the story.
On the north part, like when you
On the north part.
of.
What north part? It's an east to west highway.
Okay, I was talking.
I'm talking about under the Met,
Okay, yeah.
where all the pylons are, the supporting
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like I was trying to get photos, like symmetry, whatever.
Yeah.
There was people living under there.
It's just so fucking scary, man. Like we were brought up kind of understanding that if you go into the east, you might get shot.
Sloisty.
Like Oshlagam is on
Oh yeah, but that's fancy now.
Back in my days, it was don't cross south of René Lévesque.
South
If you
of
go
René
downtown.
Lévesque?
Yeah,
Why,
we're
at the old
Griffintown.
port?
Where Griffintown is
Oh,
now.
the Peel Basin was ghetto back then.
You know what I mean? So we used to
Don't
go
go
out.
to Little Burgundy.
Yeah.
Not the shoe store. Verdun.
Yeah.
Verdun. I told my dad once.
The north
was
part
in-
of Park X for me was always sketch. Like past Danvers, between Danvers and Liège, that for me was like avoid that sector.
It's still sketch.
Yeah, it's still sketch.
That's where Zeno Space was.
Yeah. And so those were the areas where it was. But now you have shootings in Ville Saint Laurent, TMR. Like what the fuck? Oh, Côte des Neiges too was a bit sketch too.
Côte
Obviously.
des Neiges had a bad period,
But now
it
it's
was
like
it was turf wars in Côte des Neiges. It wasn't just like random crime.
Still,
it was mob wars.
Yeah,
so
it was
in
still,
the
it's like
90s.
after 6 o'clock, come home wherever you are, kind of thing.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
was Russians and Jamaicans fucking shooting each other.
Like we're in a radius where past 6 you should be home, kind of thing. That's where I grew
my
up.
father used to yell at me. He's like, "Why do you keep getting off at the bus stop on Barclay? Get off at Van Horn." I go, "But it's an extra block because there was no bus stop in front of
Yeah.
my street."
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't want you crossing that side." I was like,
He's
"Why
right.
not?" And lo and behold, some guys tried to beat me up, like tried to mug me. But now it's nice. Now actually, they've fucking finally put a light on my intersection after fucking 50 years.
Yeah.
And there's a bus stop there.
Yeah.
So like, there was just this long stretch of no bus stop. You're like, there's a park here. Why wouldn't there be a bus stop?
Yeah.
Cotonou has changed. I have to say, even in the 10 years that I had moved away, it's much nicer now. Like
These
the
are-
neighborhood
yeah.
itself it's cleaner. It's better structured. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Because you have a lot of
A
young...
lot of investment.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing's happening in Park X.
Not as fast.
What's
though.
the term?
Gentrification.
Gentrification?
It's not gentrification in Cotonou. It's
You don't think so?
No, it's something else. Because gentrification implies that a bunch of guys like you move in. That's not what's happening in Cotonou.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no like white young families. I mean, there are some, but it's still an immigrant neighborhood. There's still people as they're arriving, but the neighborhood itself, the sidewalks, the streets, the access, it looks prettier, it's cleaner. I don't know. It just except for Linton. Linton's a fucking hellhole.
Well, they renovated that whole plaza there, Plaza Cotonou.
not done yet.
Which looks nice now from
I
outside.
went. Look, there's a Walmart there, and it's a block from my house. We go all the time to the Walmart. That plaza. I mean, I grew up in that plaza. From like
We did too. That's where we used to go watch movies.
exactly. From
Until
like
Goots opened.
3-4 years old until I was about 13. That was the place to be in Cotonou.
Yeah.
From 13 to 25, you don't want to be in there. It was a bad place to be. You're gonna get fucking stabbed, shot,
Yeah.
raped. You don't want to be there.
Yeah.
I took all my first dates there, like for the movies. Like that was my place. Fucking $4 for a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You take 2 girls in one night.
And in case somebody tries to mug you, you trip the chick and they mug her.
That's why you take 2 chicks so you can keep one. No, but like $4 a movie.
For sure.
That's like $4 for a hand job.
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
No, things are things are changing, and
Nobody.
I'm very impressed with the way that Park X, for example, has transformed. I
But
think
only a part of Park X has transformed. There's
The
only
southern part of
the
it,
southern
yeah.
part near Beaumont, near the Mile End, and they're not calling it Park X.
It's
They're
Mile
calling
X.
it the Mile X.
the Mile X,
Fuck you,
which
it's
I
Park
hate
X.
that name. Yeah,
It's the Park X. It's
fuck.
the Park X.
But they're embarrassed to call it Park X because they want the hipster part of the Mile End to be incorporated.
They're just trying to transfer the rate increases down Park Avenue, which is fine. I get it. Even the Mile End, it's not what it used to be. It's not as interesting as it used to be. Park X, Mile X, whatever you want to call it, it's way more interesting. There's
Yeah.
more stuff. For me, what blows my mind is there's now a new way for me to get. Like they created a new neighborhood. Have you noticed this?
Where?
Behind Beaumont.
Yeah,
It's like
amazing.
Have you been
beautiful.
back there?
It's the university.
It's the
campus
university area.
Where the
It's
residences.
a new street. It's a new neighborhood, completely new everything, and it's now given me access. I was like, how did this city not have this street all these years? I used to have to come all around. Now I can just go right through. It's completely changed my fucking commute.
Yeah.
Like when I go, especially when I go to Nyata to Ange.
Yeah.
Like I used to have to either take Van Horn and get stuck in fucking traffic, or I'd have to go south to come around from the mountain, or I'd have to go into Park X. Now I just drive right through. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like that no one thought, hey, we should put a street here all these years.
Yeah. Well, because
And it's cool over there. It
well,
looks like
the-
Future City when you
yeah.
drive through.
Well, because there was the train tracks there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
that's the whole thing.
What's going on with the bridge? Are they going to leave that there? Do you know? The Rockland, the overpass.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
I had read that they were going to bring it down and change
rearrange
all
it?
of that. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I hope not.
No, because
Look.
because the trains
Hold on,
are
bro,
still
it's already a
passing
mess
there.
as it is.
Yeah, they already passed. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
So
what are
how
they
do
going to do
you-
with them? I don't know. Maybe they're going to put something else
No,
or a
you need a
different
bridge.
No, I know you need a bridge. They said they were going to.
I have an
redo it.
idea.
Oh,
This should be useless. Go ahead.
What if they just make everything regular and then make a bridge for the train?
Yeah, that's what we need. A giant £1 million thing just going whee in the air.
No, but think about
Built
it.
by the mob.
when does that
No,
happen?
but think
bro?
about it. There's
Usually
already
it's the
bridges
opposite.
for
It's always the
trains.
opposite.
No, but the train tracks, you elevate them, you turn them into a bridge.
No, the smart thing to do when you're creating a bridge, an overpass system, is the lighter traffic goes over, not the heavier load. It's going to be more expensive to support the weight of a fucking
what are
train.
you talking about? It already goes over
Goes over what?
Where?
the train.
Where?
Yeah, where? It goes over in a lot of places along Jean Talon, I know.
Yeah,
But if you already have a bridge, why would
but
you?
there's no bridge.
There's a bridge for the cars right now.
No, that's ground level. It's an underpass. that
It's the
they
same
have.
thing, dude. Because they keep the train where it is, so you either
okay,
go on
You're talking
top
about
of it
the
or
40.
you go under it.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
talking about
talking.
the 40.
You're talking
What are you
about.
talking about?
What are you
I'm
talking?
He's talking about
Rockland.
Rockland Bridge. You know, on Beaumont,
Yeah.
you take the bridge to go into Ultramont.
Yeah. Beaumont, McDonald's.
Never mind.
Yeah.
What were you talking
He's
about?
talking about his own thing.
I was
want to
talking
know
about-
what's
I was
happening in
talking
the
about on
chat.
the other end.
Why they? Who's selling Rose Elite? Like, what's happening here?
Rosalie is selling feed pics.
Oh, is she? Do you want to like shoot a link to people so they can buy your food? Shoot food
Food
pics. Is that what's happening? Or are you trying to get
It's
fucking free?
fetuses pics.
We're gonna get taken down because of you. Okay, I mean, she's entrepreneurial. Good for your father. Must be proud. Mute my mic for a second.
Jorge really likes feet pics.
Yeah, because that wasn't
Yeah, that was
by
gonna be
the other mic.
No, it wasn't.
No.
You're all welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's retired, she says.
Oh, she's retarded?
Now she's gone on to sell butthole pics.
Bleached or unbleached? That's the real question. Because
Unbleached.
Unbleached is a huge market. Bleached people don't want them.
Unbleached. Well, because then it gets on your tongue, the bleach, and now your tongue loses coloration.
Hey guys, remember Prince Harry?
I'm not participating anymore.
There's a book that
The-
have you seen that thing on Netflix? A documentary.
Anna was
bullshit?
watching it while she was preparing for New Year's Day, like dinner
Yeah.
and stuff, for
And?
people to come over.
I
and I
don't
just
wanna
kept
watch
walking
it.
into the room and going, "Shut the fuck up, you bitch!" Not to her, to Harry.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, boo-hoo! You're so fucking rich. It's so hard. Shut the fuck up."
Look,
What other news we got, George?
I always liked Prince Harry just because he always stood up to the monarchy. I like that about him, that he actually went and fought.
no, he fought nothing, George.
He didn't fight.
What did he fight?
Well, in his biography, because it's been leaked, it's coming out later this month, but it's been leaked, and he goes through this whole thing about his whole.
You're gonna make me mad. Go on.
Anyways, where he actually says that he killed 25 Afghanis, and he actually shot and killed people. Like because the royalty, like his brother. He was just given fucking
What are you
bullshit,
celebrating? That he-
medals there. Given,
Are you just celebrating that he murdered people?
No. What I'm saying is that he
Committed a hate crime?
No, he
What?
completely sidelined the whole traditional route that all these princes take, where they're just given the medals and they're they're made.
He didn't sideline shit. They didn't like him. So
Who
they
didn't
threw him
like
in
him?
the whole family. So they threw him in the shittiest part of the fucking military.
He went by himself because he was always countercurrent to the monarchy, which I always liked about him. Whatever happened with him kind of leaving and crying about it and saying, "Oh, this and that, I still want to have my titles and I still want the money." And that whole thing was like fucking childish. But anyway, in this new book, and that's what I'm asking because I haven't seen the documentary. Apparently it brings
talks
up
about
a lot
all of that
stuff.
shit. It all sounds fucking nonsense.
So the book
Why are
apparently
we spending energy talking about a bunch of fucking elitist rich people
So-
and how
so-
their lives were hard?
So the book that he's that will be circulating soon apparently goes even more into detail, and it's even harsher than the documentary. He goes really off on his brother. His brother assaulted him apparently in 2019. No, he beat him.
That would have been a fucking story.
Yeah, and he told him, "Don't tell Megan about this." And there's a
the
bunch of
now and
things.
future king touched my butthole.
So, but again, it just this whole thing wouldn't have happened if he hadn't married Megan. So they
Conversation.
clearly had an issue with him marrying biracial. Like what is it? She's a mix.
cares?
I know who cares, but what I'm saying is that
No, I just mean
it's so
I don't mean who cares
backwards
who he
what's
marries.
happening
That's
over
not
there.
what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean who cares who he marries. That's not what I meant.
know, exactly.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, who
I
cares
meant,
about the
who
story?
the fuck cares about all of this?
Yeah.
By the way, I have live footage of Buckingham Palace of when his brother assaulted him.
This better
Okay.
be great.
Fuck.
Okay.
Shit.
I hope it's Highlander shit.
What the fuck is that?
Hold on.
So basically, what I was thinking of was, I can't believe you've done this.
That's the dumbest shit ever. I'm so mad. You know what I'm mad about? I'm mad that he forced me to use energy from my body.
But you guys didn't hear the best
I
part.
don't care.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
He goes, I can't believe you've done this.
Yes, whatever.
It's amazing.
Anyway,
One of the
so
greatest
this
things
is
ever.
happening, and there's articles
So
now.
How are you doing open mics? You have no concept of funny.
This is hilarious.
Like
People
as
are-
much as
people are
we
laughing
on
in the
this
chat.
side of the ocean hate the fucking monarchy.
Are you still going on about this?
Yeah, because this has led basically to all these articles now in England coming out against Harry because they're like, you insensitive child, whatever, trying to break up the monarchy and how dare you and blah blah blah. So I just find interesting how different the perception is. We're like, fuck the monarchy, these idiots. What are they doing there and everything? And in England, they're like, oh no, we must protect the monarchy. It's like this sacred thing
'Cause they're Malakas.
that Harry is trying to break apart.
The only clip referring to the monarchy that matters to me in the last 20 years, aside from Diana getting killed, which was 20 years ago or longer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. When the Queen passed, there was this incredible fucking clip. I think it was on CBC. They were going around and asking people how they felt. In like, I don't know where they were. They must have been in London.
Yeah.
But like not downtown London, like a suburb of
Yeah,
London.
yeah.
And they're like, how you feel the Queen has died? I feel like no teeth, just fucking, I feel like I've lost me nan. We've all lost a nan. And she just kept saying it. And for some reason, this is the clip they used like 100 times an hour. I feel like I've lost me nan. I was like, Jesus Christ.
The clip they were fucking.
I feel like I've lost me nan. And then
Nan.
the Indian guy, Manjit, is like, oh, we have naan bread for you if you like. Come in and get some naan. Don't be sad.
What did I want
That's
to
where
say?
naan bread originates
Okay,
from.
there's something I read in the article is that
Timing, bro. Timing. You're too slow. If it's too slow, you
Oh,
can't
no,
say it.
I was paying attention to something more
something
interesting
else.
than your conversation.
because
more interesting than the show he's producing. Yeah.
because in the book he
So lucky you don't work for me.
because in the book he also refers to the point in his life where he went to meet one of these, what do they call those fucking people that put you in contact with the dead?
Oh, it's they're called an average.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay, and he spoke apparently with his mom or whatever. I don't
They're
know.
not called an average. They're called mediums,
mediums,
George.
whatever. I don't know. Fuck.
Why would you agree to that? Oh, an average. Yeah.
I
like
don't know, man. An average. I'm looking at that. That was they're called. Okay, so anyway, so apparently he spoke with his mom. So, yeah, there you go.
He spoke with Diana. Did she say who did it?
I don't know.
It was the nun. What other stories you got? We got 5 minutes. Do you want to just shoot the shit, or you have another story for me?
Oh yeah, remember that that software, the Phoenix, through which all the Canadian public servants are paid?
No, I don't remember this.
There was a mess up during Harper's last kind of year or 2 years where they updated. They got a new program, new software called the Phoenix, and when Justin Trudeau came in 2015, something fucked up and everybody wasn't getting paid, or they were getting paid too much or too little. You remember this? It was this whole thing, and they're
I
trying
don't
to
actually at all. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
the Phoenix, and it's costed.
It's cost.
Yeah, it's cost billions of dollars to settle the problem because you have people working that either aren't getting their money, or
Still?
Yeah, and it's still ongoing.
How long ago did this start?
This is in 2015.
ridiculous.
You know.
I guess it's like the budget.
No,
that
but listen to
balanced
this.
itself.
In 2019, the parliamentary budget officer, which is the guy that pretty much evaluates all the expenses, he's estimating that the cost of correcting Phoenix's data problems. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
$2.6 billion. $2.6 billion. It has cost us
Nice.
$2.6 billion to figure out
And who will
why
be-
a fucking accounting software has been messing up for how long now? 8 years.
Look, I'm just a one.
Bro, I've
person
never had
business-
$2.6 billion in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro.
I've never had as many employees as the Canadian government. I used to have QuickBooks. It wasn't working good. You know what I did? Got rid of it. Got a better
Replaced it.
software.
Yeah.
It was called Pay Things.
Pay things.
It's not. No, I just mean I would pay for things. Like I didn't need a software. But the first and most important part of this decision-making process was that I changed softwares. I didn't just throw $2.6 billion into it. Million or billion?
Billion.
Son
2.6
of a
billion,
bitch.
bro.
That's a lot of money.
2.6 billion. And now because the
Which
reason why-
software? Sorry?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
What's Phoenix?
We just explained it. It's a software that Jesus fuck. It's an
So
accounting
angry.
software. It's how all the federal servants, public servants, are getting paid.
Yeah. that one.
And it's messed up. I don't know what the hell messed up in that software. It's been fucking up the
It
data.
must be a line of code.
But yeah, but why can't you just figure it out? Anyway, the reason why this article comes out is because
Yeah.
they just authorized a $500 million expense
They're so stupid.
to add into this whole program, and because it's a big mess, they can't figure shit out. They had to hire 50,000 new public servants because there's a huge backlog, right?
But they're not paying the ones they have, right?
I don't know why you're hiring more people if there's maybe the people that are just getting hired, there's no issue. It's the people that have already been in the system that this whole mess is affecting. So they had to hire 50,000 new public servants to take care of the
How many?
backlog. 50,000.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot.
Incredible. Like you think a country like Canada would have better infrastructure? Zero.
I wouldn't. Not with the current government in power. And on that note,
Cue the music.
that's
on.
right. Oh, what happened? There we go. That's nice. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the morning shows are now 30 minutes shorter, but 30% harder. That's pretty good. Yeah, so that's it. It's 11:30, guys.
That's because of my dicks.
I always wonder. Maybe on the next show we'll do a poll. I'll put a poll so we can check it out.
In plural. He's got many dicks.
My dicks. The one in my mouth, the one in my ass, the one in my hands. Poseidon, a cock for every orifice. The Poseidon69. I am Poseidon.com. You can check out our producer over there. We give him a lot of shit, but really, he's just bad at his job. George Andrizos of the Backstage podcast of Just Us Dads. You can check it out. George has
I'm
many
underappreciated.
things to enjoy. Underappreciated? Overpaid.
What?
Yo, patreon.com/Pantelis, where you can support this great comedic endeavor that happens here on this channel. There are so many shows that fucking come out on this channel. I know. I'm not in any of the other ones. But give them a try. They're still pretty good. My name is Phil Balabanos. You can go to balabanos.com to find out more about me. And if you want information on tour dates and when there's shows, where to get tickets, quick, easy access to all the links you need for the Pantelis Network, panteliscomedy.com. And we will see you next Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Goodbye. And I apologize for Poseidon, its existence.